Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, like to show you how to manage your file system or navigate your file system using a Windows laptop. This is Windows 11, and of course once you connect a phone, how to navigate to find your files. Alright, so of course I'm going to show you how to find your files and transfer them over to your PC. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so once you connect, you should see that message that asks you what you want to do. Do note that not all cables are made equal. So of course you're going to connect your cable. Cable is going to connect to your PC. It should come up as a device. If it does not, simply swipe down. You should see the options here. It says USB charging phone, tap for other USB options. Alright. So it's totally normal for the phone to attempt to charge, the laptop to attempt to charge your phone. So we're going to select the options, and here you go. There are several options here, and what you're going to do is going to select the most appropriate one. All right, so we're going to choose the most appropriate option. Do forgive me, I'm doing this with one hand. All right, so notice it gives you the options to connect connected device. This device, that's not necessary. You can use USB tethering, or of course you can use MIDI, transfer images, or charge phone only. All right, so these are the options. So what you're gonna do here is that you can choose transfer files. All right, so once it's gonna ask you to verify. That's a security measure. Alright, so you can see once I've verified the password, it's going to say autoplay. Alright, that means it's going to show up in the file system. So I'm going to go ahead and going to open up Explorer. Now, as you can see, I am in this PC, and notice it detects the phone. Forgive me a bit. Here's the phone. I can now open, and once I open the phone, you can see the stuff that's here. Notice the settings. It is on this device, and transfer files or Android Auto. All right. So here you have internal storage. You have internal storage dual messenger, and of course that's if you have dual messengers on SD card. So the SD card is the memory card. Now, of course, depending on what your memory card is used for, it's just an extra storage device. And unless you sent photos here intentionally, you do not need to go here. So go to internal storage. All right, so this is a familiar settings. You'll notice you have several files here. Now, most of the times, the things you want to transfer off your phone is, I would say, pictures as well as video. All right, so those are the two main files. So if you go here, you'll notice there's audiobook, there's a bunch of stuff, downloads, anything downloaded to the phone would appear here. And of course, documents would appear, like documents that you have saved, recordings, like voice recordings, podcasts, ringtones. So go into the section that's appropriate. Now, for photos and videos taken, you might think it's in pictures, but if you go to pictures, you notice it's empty. All right, that's because the file system stores your pictures separately. All right, if you go to movies or music, it's might be empty as well. All right, there's only one default song there. All right, but to find your pictures, you'd have to go to DCIM. So that's DCIM. All right, notice your screenshots are here, and of course all of your screenshots should populate, all right, that you have taken, meaning that you've snapped with your phone, meaning capturing the screen. That would be with volume down and power most likely, or swiping your hands across the screen. All right, now normally if your photos are here, they should show up in a folder here, but of course it seems that this phone has stored them differently. All right, so if they're not there, they should be over in your SD card. All right, again, here's the SD card. Now the phone has added its own file systems here, so we can look out for them. So that phone, or the phone that's connected, has chosen the memory card as the storage area. So again, we're gonna go to DCIM over here. And once you know your way around, guys, you will tend to know where the files are. If they're not in one place, they're in the other, or they can be in both places depending on what your setup is on the phone. All right, notice there's AR emojis, there's camera, and something called decopix. So camera. All right, so you're gonna go into camera. Do not worry if it takes a while to load. It does take a while, especially if you have a lot of photos. Notice it's populating. All right, so now there's a ton load of photos here. So far it's 400, 500. Notice it's increasing here. 800, 600, 700. All right, so you get the idea. And it tends to go a bit slow. So you'll have to give it time before you start moving because these files are a lot. All right, so you'll have to, especially if you take a lot of photos, you'll have to give it time. We're already at 1,290 items. All right, the list is usually set in the opposing direction, meaning it's the older photos first, newer ones are at the end of the list. So if you want to find something that was like just taken on the phone, you would have to wait until this finish loading. And of course, notice the cursor is showing that it's loading. Once it's completely loaded, you'll have to go all the way down to the bottom of the list, and the last photos would be the last photos taken with the phone. All right, you get the idea. All right, and you can tell video file from picture files. All of that you're seeing now is picture files. You will know because it says JPEG. If it says MP4, it's usually video. So JPEG for pictures, MP4 for videos. They're all hidden in here. All right, so again, I'm not gonna finish this. You get the idea. You can always copy all of these. As soon as this is finished, you can hold down Control and A. All of them will be highlighted and copy, and then paste it into an external drive. All right, I'm gonna go back. Now notice the camera folder here. So if it's not, as I said, if the camera folder is not over here in SD card, where SD card is on your device, it's usually here. For modern phones that have no SD card slot, you don't have to worry, it's gonna be here. So all you gotta do is internal and then DCIM and you'll see camera. All right, so that's how to navigate the file systems. And remember, as well as I said, guys, you can find the folders and explore them. You can find everything in these file systems, including WhatsApp folder, you name it. All right, so see you in the next one, guys. And when you're finished, if you want to disconnect the phone, simply go ahead and make sure nothing is being transferred. And once nothing is not being transferred, you can always unplug your device. All right, so that's how to do it on these devices with your Samsung phones. Work for any Samsung phone. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye.